all above target. Now, this is Umar, a very interesting thing. This month is very good for us as an overall. We are having one PMP minimum each day in this month. And this month is good for batch number 1 and batch number 10. Like batch 10, we just did batch 11, and today is last day of batch 11. And batch 10 was last month. Even we don't have even a month since the batch ended. And batch 1 was in Germany. Most of the students who are clearing exam either belong to batch 1 or they belong to batch 10. So we have Hassan, Saira, Farhan clearing from batch 1. From batch 10, we have multiple peoples, and 2, 3 people are also in line. So before moving forward, Umar joined us in batch 1, and his journey is very different. So what is his journey? I will not say. Umar will say. I will just say he got all above target, and I'm proud of him. Remaining mics is with you, man. Go ahead.
First of all, thank you to the coach for all the means motivation. And although I'm not able to fully follow your means instructions, but this preparation of exam PMP is very means it gives me the means path that why this PMP exam is different than the other courses which we mostly my people like we are belonging to quality side, like mostly we are dealing with AP examinations and SBs, but this PMP actually literally shake us to change our methods, to set time and to plan proper. And during since I joined your PMP aspirant examination preparation in January, after that again and again go through with multiple efforts through the mock-ups. But since you are a source of constant inspiration and keep on pushing, and last 1 month actually I was fully involved myself in this exam, and with some little problem with the PMI website and some my membership issues, finally I will able to pass this exam.
So can you actually elaborate your entire journey, where you were lost, how I was following up to you, sometimes calling at different numbers. So
Yeah.
what happened actually, Umar? Okay, because what happened to you, you are working in Saudi Arabia, it can actually happen to other people. So can you please share your journey and all
Yeah.
those things?
Yeah, during this even your means PMP this exam preparation course, I have to travel from back from Pakistan to Saudi Arabia again. So that traveling arrangement, even after that, after I completed your mock-up exam, then again I have to travel. So that traveling is means not allow you to be fully focused on the exam. That is one of the thing I have to share with other PMPS parents, that you have for your constant preparation and mind preparation. If not avoid, but try to minimize this traveling problem. Otherwise, like PMP, you have the situational questions. You cannot focus. So during this even preparation, you need to be focused and you need to avoid changing your work location, and even traveling can be a source of or distraction that you need to avoid. This is one of my message to the other PMPS parents as well. And I tried mock-ups 3 times, and again I got the same problem. Then in the last July and August, then I focused, and I need to be focused, and I discuss with my wife as well, and I focus it, and alhamdulillah I passed this exam.
You passed the exam. So you took the exam in home or in center?
Yeah, I took the exam from home. Even one time I got the problem. Right in the middle of the exam, the proctor told me that you are connecting through the mobile internet and this hotspot is not allowed. Then he made the case and he disconnect me, close my window. But I properly follow up, and thanks to PMI, they properly support me, and I took the means you can not say that it's a second attempt. They allow me to re-attempt uh, by the August 20. But first I scheduled for August
What?
30.
Yeah, August 13 and then August 20. Okay,
Yeah.
so this happened, and how many days it took to basically for all the process?
Means when I schedule my exam on August 10, they means on August 13. But during the exam, as I mentioned, that Proctor told me that you are connecting through the mobile. But he said that okay, I will make the case, and you can follow up with the PMI as well as Pearson, and they will process your case. And in all this process, they are very helpful. They understand my issue. Then I arranged my one of the means fiber optic connection, and then I reattempt the exam on August 20. It was all okay, and it was very smooth.
So this is
And
very important for all the PMP
yeah,
aspirants that you cannot give exam. You cannot give exam with a hotspot working on. So you
yeah, you
need to
need
have,
to have a
yeah,
Wi-Fi connection.
you need to have proper Wi-Fi connection, because this
Yes,
is not just you come also give exam in the same time on 10th of August, and he had almost the same issue, and it was a very painful journey that you have to do again all those things.
yes.
So okay, so you have given all, how many questions you did in the first time?
Almost 74. Then Proctor
74.
came. Yeah. Then he informed me that. Then he checked my whole means my whole room. Then he asked me that where is your mobile? I said that it is away from my reach. Then he said no, you are from how you are connected with the internet. Then I explained to him. He said no, it is prohibited. It is in one of the Pearson requirement. And I said that I completed all the system run checks, and I can means gone through all the system run checks and the internet connection. And I said, no, no, it's not an issue. You can follow up with the Pearson as well as PMI, and they can resolve your issue. He make a one case actually that helped me actually to discuss this issue with PMI. Although I have to follow up 3 to 4 times through email, and they are responding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They were responding, but the good thing is that they were responding and all those things. How was the exam? Can you please share how was the
Uh,
exam basically?
exam, uh, first of all, means if you focus on yourself that you complete the mock-up and you got the score, exam is totally different. There is all situational questions, and most of the questions is come from the hybrid, and there is no theory questions or change management mostly focus, and the PM is the leadership style, and change management and the hybrid situational questions, and 2 to 4 questions related to graph, but that is also related to the cost management. Like you need to, it's not that simple that what is CV and the SV, but you need to think about it. What is the question? What is the graph is asking, and you need to respond to that situational question. And there are 2 questions related to the mismatch, which is also one is related to the conflict management, and the other is related to the again the style leadership style. And rest of the questions, and almost 5 to 6 questions related to multiple answers, and after that it's all hybrid.
After that's all hybrid. Okay,
Yeah,
which mock you used?
I mock use your mocks almost 3 times, because first when I start my first mock, it comes 47. It was like a shock to me that oh, what's happening. Then you constantly motivate me. No, this is not this. Then I again try. Then it comes 60. And the last time when I tried 65, then I must say no, this is enough. Either I need to go to the exam, or either I have to skip this PMP practice. But last time when I tried again, then I go with the basics and just try a exam, and alhamdulillah I passed this.
So how much you would think that this was very effective for you? My mocks were effective for you.
Especially your mocks related to the situational question or hybrid, it will very help in the exam, because no other mocks I find that they are related to the situational questions.
Okay, okay. So guys, just want to put in the context. He's among those students who haven't told me that we are giving the exam because he was busy with his things. So that's why I haven't given other mocks. Whenever you join my program, I give you my set of mocks, and he only did it. After that, I give work day, try day, prep class, but he never gave me that chance.
No,
Okay,
actually I tried your mock-ups 3 times,
yeah, that
the
is
one
that
you
is
already shared.
yeah, they are already hard. That they are basically my mocks now. Okay, so let's talk about the exam. So how did you manage that time? Time management is one of the most important things.
Yes, I try means initially I planned with the 75 method, but when I start the question, because I mentioned at first it is 74, I already attempted in the first. So
Okay.
that I find out that it's almost the same in my second attempt, although it is not counted as an attempt. And then it is means first question I attempt within the 70 minutes, then again 80, and then like that. I almost finish in the before 20 minutes I finish the exam. Then I review and then I finish the exam.
Okay.
But since your mock-up is actually is like a same, but one thing I also mentioned in the Pearson website, they mentioned 270 minutes, but when counter starts, it's 230 minutes. So don't get distracted. Consider that it is 230 minutes.
It is 230 minutes because 270 minutes includes 10 minutes survey, 10 minute tutorial, 20 minutes, 10 minutes to break, 40 minutes. So you actually get 230 minutes. Okay. So that is a good way to consider this. Okay. Okay.
And also your meditation technique, I would like to still right now mention that once you cross almost 140 questions, it seems that that's environment, even I gave the exam in the same environment and my hand is around his mouse, you need to develop some resistance so that your eyes not closed. Almost after 150 questions, it's very difficult to concentrate on the questions. Then it almost took me almost 1 minute to gather all my energy and to go with the exam to finish it. But literally, when you are means if any aspirant starts the PMP preparation and after your 5 days training, they need to develop this resistance, because initially we people like we are working in the industry, we are not we don't have habit to do this more than three hours exam. So you need to develop this practice and you need to gather strength to attend this type of exam, which is very difficult actually. You cannot sit, even in our professional life we are not used to sit in one place, but if you develop this habit, you take this mocks as to prepare yourself as a means, then you can able to do it. Otherwise, you can do mock of 50 questions, 60 questions, 100 questions. But if you didn't develop this resistance to sit in the exam actually to attempt this 180 question, otherwise, even with all the preparation after 120 or 140 minutes, your mind will start losing yourself.
You will start losing your mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
that do happen. That is so true. That is so true that it does happen with everyone who is working. How the thing basically can blow it. How you can for how you things like can destroy. This is very important to understand. I really like the way you are so open and you are sharing properly like how to tackle the exam in this way. Okay, your exam was predominantly agile. How the exam was structured?
exam Exam as structured means initially when I start, some questions related to like organization type, but since it is means proceeding forward, then I start getting this means questions, situational questions, and fortunately I didn't panic. I use the method of flagging for review later on. There is a means in the window you have a lot of different technique like strike through, you can make it, you can use the calculator, although there is no calculation. Even the cost variance, the schedule variance question came, but it's totally situational. You don't need to count it actually, you need to calculate it. You need to think about the question, what is actually they are asking. So there are different tools in the exam window of Pearson, you can use it during the exam. And I hope that later aspirants will definitely ask about this window of the Pearson. It is not like different, you cannot find it in any exam simulator. You need to, once you get in the exam, then you will be able to see, oh, this window is different than the exam simulator, and you can use it.
So you use the tutorial 10 minutes to see how those things work.
Yeah, it is very helpful and you need to focus it. Otherwise, if you think that it is like a simulator, this window of Pearson is totally different.
So you recommend that you must use those time to go through that, right?
Yeah, definitely, because your awareness to the exam window is very much important. Otherwise, if you are going in a different direction and exam is going, maybe you will means you cannot able to use the exam window properly. You need to think about it and you need to use it properly. Like flagging, normally it is not in the simulator. You, for a few questions you don't know, you are not sure, you can flag it, you can review it later on.
Okay, you can work on that and you can do it later on. So that's a good way to see how things are and how we can work on that.
Yes.
Okay, so how many now questions were from stakeholder communication and resource?
uh, Most of the question related to the change management, but within the change management it's all situational. Stakeholder, I found it little bit straightforward, like when to do the stakeholder engagement, and few question like PMI leadership, mostly servant leadership and face to face communication. So during the even in your preparation you keep on focusing about the servant leadership, face to face meeting, that is actually very helpful. So again, the thing is, I kept myself simple. I kept basic on the question. I don't go in the other methodology. If you keep your mind is confused, then this exam will be very difficult. Few things very simple, you can do it in a very quick way. But if you confuse yourself with the exam question, you are not able to grab the question. This is the key.
So you need to work on that and you need to see where do you stand and keep on working on that way, how we can do that, right?
Yes.
Okay. One final advice before that. Any formula question?
No, there is no formula. Even you don't need to count anything in the window. You have the calculator, but I didn't even use it, and there is no question related to calculation. Even there is no critical path. Yes, the critical path comes with a different situational question.
Critical
So
path coming different situation. Okay.
yeah,
Rafi Mughal is basically asking, so why you allowed to use pen and paper in while giving exam
no,
from home? So you
nothing.
can
My table is fully empty. Even when the exam came, the proctor used to ask me, "Show me your face, show me your driving license." Even I am not able to take the picture properly of my passport because of Pakistani passport. I have a lamination. It's give me shining. Then he said, "Okay, no, you need to do your driving license." Only my passport and my kama and my driving license is there. Other than that, you need to keep your table clean. Even in the room, everything, your TV needs to be disconnected and they will see. Your laptop, you need to sit, you need to show them right, left, your back side, your front side. And during the exam, they also ask. That was happened around 80 minutes with me. They said, okay, stand up and show me your room again. And I have to show him.
okay, you have to show him. Okay, if anyone has another question, they can ask him. Probably he has answered all the questions. Okay, but also Rafi, adding this thing, if you give exam in the center, then they give you paper and pencil, and you can basically use in the exam, use that pen and paper in the exam. Okay, that is great, Umar. Umar, one final advice from you.
My one final advice is to all the PMP aspirants. If you start the PMP course, please try to focus and avoid distraction. Like in my case, my coach also knows how much distraction I used to got because of this traveling. This PMP course is like it's not like a simple piece of cake. You need to focus, you need to plan it proper, and don't think that if you keep on trying the mock-up question, it will help you in the exam. No, the focus and your mind preparation is very much important, because 180 question is very difficult for a person who's working in the industry 8 hours working, and then after that, after 140 questions your mind will become loose and you need to focus. That is very much key. You need to prepare through the mock-ups, not just attempting the question. You need to prepare your resilience to sit in the exam, to actually read all the questions, understand the situation. Otherwise, if you didn't prepare, you will not get even you have the preparation, your mock-up will be 80. In my case, I never got more than 60%. And my coach knows about it, that how much he actually motivated me. And I keep on doing the root cause. 3 times almost I did all the mock-ups. But once I prepare myself that I can sit in the 180 question and whatever situation will come, I will attempt. That actually helped me.
Okay, that actually helped you. Okay, now Umar, thank you very much for sharing your journey. Congratulations on becoming PMP. I need three things from you. Nowadays, I'm asking all PMP aspire certified PMP these three things. First and most important thing is that now you have given exam almost 2 times. Okay, so I want that to you write exam like question. You know exam content outline, write down questions. Okay, so you need to write down the question as many as you can as the time permits you. Secondly, each one teach one. We were having discussing one of our common PMP
Yes,
aspirant. So now you need to teach him
yes,
because PMP is more easier than last year now. So we need to make sure that he also clear this year. Okay. Uh, Also, other people, if they ask for help, do help them. So, should I add this WhatsApp number, the new number, to the group?
yes. You can add my second number as well. And all the I already received one call from within the Saudi Arabia. Someone called me, and I gave him actually one time after 4:30, but he didn't call back. But
No, no.
definitely I will.
This number, the other number is also working. The previous number.
Yes. It's also working.
So you should sometimes check your messages.
Yes,
Okay. So, okay. Talking about further thing, how we can work on it. The final and the last thing. Celebrate.
sorry.
Final and the last thing, celebrate. Celebrate it with
Yes,
your
yes,
family. You earned it, your family worked very hard for it. And
yes.
thank you very much for joining us, for choosing us. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Umar joined us on batch one and clear two. Thank you very much, Umar.